If Brian and Judith would have ever heard me do a sermon, they would not have asked me to do this. I get extremely creative.
This season on Sister Wives, emotions don't just run high, they erupt like an unstoppable storm. A hurricane of pain, passion, and betrayal that threatens to shatter what remains of the Brown family's one solid foundation. The dream that once united them, a shared vision of plural, love, loyalty, faith, and the promise of building a forever legacy together on Coyote Pass has now unraveled into a nightmare clouded by mistrust, broken promises, anger, and heartbreak. The bonds that were supposed to last a lifetime, the vows made in faith, and the love that once held this plural marriage together are now stretched beyond recognition, forcing every wife and Cody himself to stare directly into the mirror of truth and confront brutal realities about love, power, and the heavy price of choices made years ago. Janelle, long known as the calm and steady voice of reason, finally takes a leap no one ever imagined. Her storyline is nothing short of shocking as she emerges from the background into the spotlight of transformation. For years, she played the role of the rational partner, the one who compromised, who kept the peace, who carried responsibilities on her shoulders. But now, Janelle declares without hesitation that she refuses to be silenced, controlled, or defined by Cody's shadow anymore. For the first time ever, she embraces the unknown, daring to step into speed dating, something that represents not just romance, but also self-discovery and bravery. With each date, Janelle rediscovers pieces of herself she thought were lost forever. Viewers see her laugh, glow, and blossom in ways they've never seen before. Her bold new look, a haircut, a refreshed style, a sparkle in her eyes, mirrors her inner transformation. It leaves her family stunned, fans cheering, and Cody rattled. Janelle's arc this season is one of empowerment, a phoenix rising from the ashes of compromise, reclaiming her independence, her strength, and her right to imagine a future filled with joy, passion, and possibility. Christine's journey is equally powerful, but flows in a completely different direction, a triumphant continuation of her liberation. Having already walked away from Cody's grasp, Christine now shines with unstoppable confidence, embracing life like never before. Her voice, once hesitant and fragile, now echoes like thunder, unshakable and bold, as she delivers sharp, undeniable words that slam the door shut on her marriage with Cody forever. No more hesitation, no more compromise. Christine's chapter with Cody is over, and she makes sure everyone knows it. Her resilience radiates in every scene. She is laughter, she is freedom, she is proof that there is life after heartbreak. Surrounded by supportive friends, family, and a newfound sense of peace, Christine demonstrates what it means to stand tall after years of disappointment. She reclaims her dignity, her power, and her happiness. And yet, Christine's journey is not free from challenges. Echoes of the past, memories of pain, and Cody's shadow still loom over her at times. But Christine confronts those ghosts with grace and determination, proving time and again that she is not a victim of broken love but a woman, rewriting her destiny with courage, joy, and unshakable resolve. Mary's story, however, cuts the deepest and strikes the most heartbreaking chord. For years, she clung to the fragile hope of reconciliation, believing that maybe, just maybe, the man she once loved might turn back to her. But this season, Mary's heartbreaking truth is laid bare. She has been left out in the cold for too long. The pain of isolation is raw, visible, and impossible to ignore. The years of rejection weigh heavily, and Mary's journey becomes a devastating yet powerful exploration of unrequited love. Viewers will watch her break down in ways they've never seen before, her tears spilling out truths that can no longer be contained. Her pain is gut-wrenching, but within it lies a quiet strength. Mary begins to ask herself the questions that terrify her the most. Where do I go from here? Can happiness exist outside of Cody? Do I deserve a love that chooses me? Back wholly, fiercely, unconditionally? Her arc this season is one of painful honesty, self-discovery, and gradual liberation. Her courage to face these questions resonates deeply, turning her heartbreak into a storyline of resilience and, eventually, self-love. And then, at the center of the storm stands Cody, the patriarch whose grip on control is slipping faster than ever before. Once the man who dreamed of unity, who fought to hold everyone together under the banner of plural marriage, Cody now finds himself increasingly isolated, angry, and desperate. The explosive showdown over Coyote Pass becomes the ultimate battleground, not just for land, but for pride, power, and the shattered remnants of his authority. What was once the family's shared dream of building homes side by side, raising children together, and creating a forever legacy is now nothing but a war zone. Drenched in betrayal and resentment, Cody refuses to back down, standing his ground with fiery speeches about fairness, justice, and control. But the more he speaks, the more isolated he becomes. His stubbornness, instead of uniting, fuels the flames of resentment. His sharp words cut deep. His accusations drive wedges, and his refusal to compromise pushes his wives further away. The land becomes the symbol of everything wrong: inequality, broken promises, power struggles, and the death of unity. Cody, once the head of the family, now faces the possibility that his empire has crumbled beyond repair. But the land battle is only the beginning. Financial disputes rise with terrifying intensity, adding fuel to an already raging fire. Money, property, and broken promises intertwine, sparking arguments that cut deeper than ever before. The spiritual? Divorce, once just an idea, now manifests as a painful reality, unraveling what's left of their bonds. Apologies and confessions come, but far too late. Cody, in rare moments of vulnerability, attempts to backtrack, offering apologies that once seemed unimaginable. He even admits that when he once claimed he didn't love, the truth was more complicated. But his words, rather than healing, sow confusion. For the wives, his apologies feel like echoes, faint, delayed, arriving years after the damage had already been done. Are they genuine? Or are they yet another desperate attempt to regain control? The uncertainty only deepens the cracks, leaving the family to question whether Cody's remorse is real or manipulative. As the episodes unfold, the drama escalates into tense confrontations unlike anything fans have ever seen before. Explosive fights erupt, shocking revelations come to light, and moments of silence carry more weight than words. The family fractures further with every conversation. Trust crumbles like sand slipping through fingers, and the possibility of healing grows dim. Every episode feels like a turning point. Every glance, every apology, every argument feels like a potential goodbye. For the audience, one question dominates everything. Can this family ever heal, or is this truly the final split that will define them forever? This season of Sister Wives does more than tell the story of a family in turmoil. It exposes the deepest cracks in faith, trust, and unity. It forces every member, husband and wives alike, to confront the most painful truth. Sometimes love cannot survive betrayal. Sometimes the only path forward is freedom. Tears flow, anger explodes, love is tested, freedom is demanded, and lives are changed forever. From Janelle's stunning transformation and rediscovery of herself to Christine's triumphant independence and refusal to look back, to Mary's heartbreaking but empowering search for peace, and Cody's desperate fight to cling onto the control he is losing, this season delivers more raw emotion, intensity, and unforgettable moments than ever before. Every episode is filled with gut-wrenching heartbreak, explosive confrontations, and life-changing decisions. And through every shocking twist, every revelation, and every heartbreaking goodbye, one truth becomes undeniable: nothing will ever be the same again. This is not just another season. It's the season that redefines everything. Lives will be rewritten, relationships will be shattered, and the Brown family will never, ever look the same again. For fans, this is the season you've been waiting for, the most explosive, emotional, and unforgettable chapter in Sister Wives history. This is where the drama doesn't just continue. It detonates. And you won't have to miss a single second of it, because Starspill USA will be by your side every step of the way, bringing you exclusive updates, in-depth recaps, emotional breakdowns, and every behind-the-scenes shock you crave. Whether it's the tearful confessions, the fiery showdowns, or the quiet but powerful moments of strength and resilience, Starspill USA is your #1 source for everything Sister Wives. Subscribe now, stay tuned daily, and prepare yourself. Because the Brown family's most turbulent journey has only just begun, and this season, the drama doesn't just unfold. It explodes in ways no one could have ever imagined.